You've pushed for years to tackle prostitution in the district. Recently,
Yes.
you've restarted those efforts, including sting operations targeting Johns.
Yes.
Tell us a little about the idea behind it. I know the shame factor is a big part of it.
Yeah, what we saw again, and I dealt with this. It's so funny how things are so cyclical. When I first came on the council 24 years ago, there are three types of prostitution. There were two back then. We have three. You have the showgirl type that is on the street, that is very visible. You have the crack cocaine type, which is more undercover, in-house, and now you have, of course, the internet type, which did not exist back then. What we're looking at here is the showgirl type. I have a number of complaints in the Logan Circle, Shaw area of visible prostitution at night during the morning hours, girls walking around half naked, and the condoms in the alley. You got the whole thing. And prostitution is a regional business. It runs from Richmond to Montreal, and it starts in March or April. If a city clamps down on it, it will go to the city of least resistance. Whatever happened this year, we didn't, and it now is all over the streets. So arresting prostitutes is of no value. They will come right back out or will be replaced immediately. So you really have to go again at the supply side, and that's the job.
You raised your 1998 phrase again.
Absolutely.
It never gets old. Honey, I lost
Honey,
the
I
car,
lost the car,
because
yeah.
you're planning to tell us what that means.
Yeah, and it's not meant to be humorous because it's not a humorous business here, but it's humorous in the sense it's catchy. And so the news media, which wouldn't report on a very dry story, would report on something like that because it's funny.
Is
And
that
they
a
did.
criticism of the
They can
media?
impound, the
And-
police can
and-
impound cars that they have a
Sure.
probable cause to believe in the furtherance of a
Exactly. So
prostitution.
if you're a John and you drive into the district and you want to pick up a prostitute, happens to be an undercover agent, we can take your car and you can come back and get it the next day.
Okay, but why are the police spending taxpayer dollars on internet stings involving, somebody who goes on the internet and contacts a prostitute and meets that individual in a hotel where two consenting adults are doing things that adults can consent to do?
Well, I don't agree with that characterization of two consenting adults. I'm sure that the woman involved in this could be a child, could be a teenager.
Then go after the
Yeah,
traffickers.
and frankly, but going after the traffickers is very difficult. It's like going after the pimps. When we try to go after the pimps, you have to have a girl who's willing to testify against them. They're usually petrified to do that. So we've found that the better way is to go after the Johns. On the internet, again, it's a harder thing. But the whole sex trafficking thing is abhorring. And when you see some of the people who are caught up in this, that's why we do it. But again, my legislation isn't aimed at that. What I'm trying to do is get this stuff off of the streets of Washington, out of the neighborhood, get it up to another city. Go to Baltimore, go to Montreal, go someplace else. Just don't do it here.
Now,
I
are you
hope the
actually
mayors of those cities are not listening to the broadcast right now.